In today's session, we will talk about a very important topic, that is operator overloading. We will understand this concept in a practical manner. So we start from very basic. Okay, so first thing, what is the output of this question? What happens if we write like print 5 plus 2? Okay, this is a very basic question and we already familiar here the output is 7. Now the question is why we will get 7 as an output? Because behind the scene that plus operator is behave like a function. Okay, it will call some function. Okay, and 5 and 2 operand is passed as a parameter inside that function. Okay, and that function is already designed for integer values. Okay, means that if you pass to integer, then the code is already written, and that is the reason it will return 7 as an output. Okay, so here the concept is that plus operator will call some function, and inside that function that 5 and 2 is passed as a parameter, and it will return 7 as an output. That's why we will get 7 as an output in this case. Okay, now what happens if we write print ram plus Rahul? So definitely in this case we will get Ram Rahul as an output. Why will get Ram Rahul as an output? Because again that plus operator is already designed. Okay, it will call some function, and if we pass to string type values, so it will return a string data and by adding the data means that it will return Ram Rahul as an output, because we already have code for two string type of data. If we pass to string type of value and we use plus operator, then code is already written, and that is the reason we will get Ram Rahul as an output. Okay, now the case number 3, we will move to case number 3. What happens if we write Ram plus 12? So in this case, definitely we will get error, that is a type error. Why will get error? Now the question is why will get error? Because we don't have code. If we pass like one string type value and one integer type value, and we use a plus operator, so there's no code in the backend, and that is the reason we will get error in this case. But if we want to fix this error, okay, we want to write code to add string to integer. So with the help of operator overloading, it is possible. Okay, so first for that we have to make one class. So first we have to make one class with name myString. So here in this case, myString is a user defined data type. Now we have to use init function. Now we have to use our init function, and inside init we have to pass the str data. We have to pass the str data. Okay, now if we want to assign, okay, now if we want to make a instance variable, so for that you have to write like this, like self dot, and here you write like this, like a string data, and string data if you want to assign str data. Okay, if you want to use a same name, so that is also possible. Okay, no issue. Okay, but here we write like this, like self dot string data is equal to str data. Okay, so in this case string underscore data is a instance variable and str underscore data is a local variable. So I think you get a better understanding, okay, about what is actual instance variable and what is local variable in this case. So in this case string underscore data is an instance variable and str underscore data is a local variable. Okay, now we want to write code to add string to integer. Okay, so for that we have to overload add function here. So add is the magic function. Okay, and we want to overload that function, because if we use a plus operator, so behind the scene that function is actually called. Okay, so we have to overload that operator. Okay, so for that we have to write like this, like if we want to return, and in this case we want to return self dot string data. So here we will get a string data. Okay, so in this case we will get string data plus we want to add integer. Okay, so actually we get integer in other. Okay, and we want to convert, because other is an integer form, and we want to convert that integer to string. So for that we have to use a explicit typecasting, and with the help of explicit typecasting we have to convert integer to string. Okay, so now we want to create object of myString. So for that we have to write like this. Okay, so here we write like s1 is the reference, and now we create the object of my string, and inside this we have to pass Ram. Okay, now we have to make some other reference, and we want to add s1 plus 22. Okay, so in this case s1 will the like s1 is the object, s1 is actually the object of my string class, and here we pass Ram. Okay, so now we want to add s1 with 22. Okay, and we want to print s2. Now guess what is the output in this case? Okay, so if you write like this, like s1 plus 22, okay, so in this case that actually that overloaded function will call. Okay, and it will return self string data plus str string version of other, because here that 22 is passed in other and it is an integer form, and with the help of explicit typecasting we in this case we have to convert that string to integer, sorry, integer to string. In this case we have to convert integer to string. Okay, so it perfectly work, and see the output in this case we'll get ram22 as an output. So with the help of overloading we can do any of the tasks. Okay, like uh, with the help of overloading you can easily overload the operator, and if you want to perform any task, like if you want to add the marks of two students, okay, so that is possible with the help of operator overloading. Okay, like that you have to make one class, okay, of a student, and you want to add marks of two different students, so with the help of operator overloading it is possible. Okay, and that is actually the beauty of operator overloading. Thank you so much.